Hello, I am Dr. Balasubramaniam Tyagarajan. Today, in our continuing tutorials on Scribus, we will be seeing how to automate the often repeated tasks in Scribus. Because automation really helps the user to save time when the document is created. The routine tasks can be easily automated, and Scribus has got a few tools to make these process of automation really simple. So let us view these tools one by one. So I've opened the Scribus, created a new page. So what I will do is I'll create a text box inside which I will get some text placed in it. The text is placed. So now the user needs to have some uniformity within the document, like the font size, font color, all these things should be uniform so that the entire document will look the same. So the beauty of the document improves when the entire document layout has some uniformity in it. So let us see the options we have in Scribus that could help us to ensure that these tasks of rendering the document inside Scribus rather uniform. For example, the look of the paragraph, then the lines you draw inside Scribus, and then the fonts you use, and then the color of the fonts, the size of the fonts. All these things can be made to look similar inside the entire document. So if you allow the default settings, only the Times Roman font will be chosen, then only the default black color will be there, and your document won't have that feeling of enrichment. So now this is actually I have managed to create a text frame, import some text into the text frame. Now we need to format these paragraphs in a way we want. For example, you want to assign uh, different font to the paragraph, you can go and do the edit text inside the story editor. You can just select those paragraphs you want to edit, and you can use it to edit the paragraph. But the problem is this will be a real cumbersome task, and it is really time consuming, and it will be a problem when the document is very big. So we have other options. While we create a document, Scribus gives us the option of creating a style for the document. The style is nothing but how you apply, how you make the paragraph and the fonts look inside the entire Scribus document. So let us go ahead, try out some styles and try applying the same to the Scribus document. So to create a new style, so whenever you open a document, create a document, want to create a new style, and that style can only be used for the same document. So if before you start creating a document, it is always better to imagine the look and feel of the document and create appropriate styles for the same. So what we'll do is we will try to go ahead and create some styles. So now how to go ahead and create some styles? You go to edit, go to styles. So this is where the style manager comes. So this is actually style manager. Let me enlarge and show you. So this is actually the style manager. The style manager has got a paragraph slide, has got a character style, has got line style. So there are three styles you can set inside Scribus, namely the style you apply to the paragraph, the style you apply to the font or the character, and then the line styles. So these three styles can be set using the style manager. So now if you want to create a new style, you can go ahead and click this new, the arrow, down arrow inside the new button. So where there you have three options. One, whether you want to create a paragraph style. It asks you whether you want a character style or whether you want a line style. And then here is something called import. If you want to import the styles which are present in another document, which you applied in another document, you can go ahead and improve the style from that document. So you can always go ahead and import some styles from another document. Then if you want to clone a style, if you created a style, and you can always clone the style. After creating the document, you can clone the style, and then you can also select the style and delete the same. So that is always there. Now I am going to go ahead and attempt to create a new paragraph style. So when you start to create a new paragraph style, it just asks you to assign that style a unique name. So I will just assign my pen name, that is DRT Balo, and then I want my letters to be aligned to the baseline grid. So baseline grid is nothing but something like a ruled notebook. When you write in a ruled notebook, you ensure that your characters or letters are seated on the line. So now I want the alignment of the letters to the baseline grid. And now you've aligned the thing to a baseline grid. You can give out spaces above that and below that, so that you can say, for example, you give 1 point above and 1 point below. And then if you want to start a paragraph, you want to start a paragraph in a unique way, so that the first letter of the new paragraph will be drop cap, that is a large capital letter which will cover 2 lines. By default it is 2 lines, but you can make it increase the size by, say, supposing you wanted to cover 3 lines, you can give it a 3 line. So the potential is there enormous. And then distance from the text, this drop cap will be cited, say, as close to the second letter as possible. So supposing you want to give out a space from the second letter, you can say I am going to assign a single point there. And then the optical margins, you want to give out a margin, so we will give out margins on both sides which will be visible in the eye. So the minimum space width, we want the entire space to be used 100%. And now this is actually a tabulation. When you press a tab button, you assign a value by which your cursor is going to move. So for example, you create a tab here, so a left tab, so you can always make the tab moves 40 point if you press the tab once. So that can be done. So you can assign a tab space here, and then by pressing the tab space, you can assign this software to put dots filling that space which the tab moves. You can fill the space, the tab space, by using dot, hyphen, underscore, or you can use a custom character. Right now by pressing tab, the cursor will move 40 points. That is what we have set. So that is the tab we have set. So this is actually the first tab. The next comes the character style. Here inside the character style, I want to use, let me see, what is this, Garamond. Let me use Garamond and see. So I am going to use Garamond. I want to use, say, a regular Garamond, and I want the default point to be, say, 11 points. The size of the font, I want it to be 11 point, and then the distance between, the horizontal distance between these every character, I don't want to mess up with that. Let it stay as 0. And then I don't want any underlining or any of these other features, small cap, large cap. I don't want these things to go. And then I don't want to play around with the horizontal and vertical heights of the character, that I don't want. Then color, maybe I can apply some color which will look more pleasing than the default black. So this is actually the colors which are available. I will stick on to default black, because it is going to be a document is going to be typed on the white background. Now I am going to apply. So right now So you see the style manager has managed to create a paragraph style, and I have assigned the name DRT Balu for this style, and then I have completed creating a paragraph style in the name of DRT Balu. Now I want to go ahead and create a character style. So this is actually a character style which I am going to name, use the name for the I am going to use for the document I am generating. So it is going to be hearing aid. So that is going to be the document which I am going to work on. So I am going to give the font character style the name as hearing aid, and then I will go ahead and choose the font that is Garamond. You can choose anything you want, you can apply it whenever you feel like, but in order to make it uniform, I am going to choose Garamond. Garamond. I want to make it regular, then I want to make it say 11 points. I don't want to mess with the distance between the characters, and then I don't want to make any changes to the color of the font. Let it be the same, but of course you have the option of changing the color. Then I'm going to apply the setting, and then I'm going to create another style pertaining to the line. Supposing I want to draw lines anywhere inside the document, I want the line to be of a particular style. So this style again I'm going to use my name for it. You can use any name you want, just for the kick of it I'm using my name. So then you can choose the line to be a solid line, and then you can make it dashed, dots, dot dash, all these things are possible. Let me make a solid line, and then line width, you can increase the line width, say make it 2 points. You can, the higher the point, thicker will be the line. Then you can give it a square cap, so the line ending and starting will be square. And then joining, when you are drawing 2 or 3 lines, joining is, you can either make it milter joint, or you can bevel the joining, or you can make it a round joint. So let us make it a round joint. And then the color of the line, again you have the choice of choosing the color. Let me choose cyan for the kick of it, and then I can reduce the hue of the color by reducing the shade, by reducing the percentage. So let me apply this style, and done. So now we have created one paragraph style named DRT Balu, given it unique features. Then we have created one character style and named it hearing aid, that is as per the name of the document. And then we have created one style for the line which I am going to draw inside the document, and I have christened it under my name just for the kick of it, don't feel otherwise. Now the style manager is done. Now we have created the style. Now how we are going to apply style to this document? For example, you want to apply this unique style to this paragraph. So what we will do is, we will just select these letters, go to properties. Inside the properties you got the text, then you got the style settings, then paragraph style. What I will do is, I will apply my paragraph style. Now you see what has happened. Now you can see that the first letter of each paragraph has been converted into drop cap, and the font has been changed into Garamond regular. And so you can make this document look better, or look that enriched by just doing these styles. Now let me see, let me go ahead and try to apply the font style. So here what I will do is, I'll go ahead, go to the properties window, then I will go to character style. So I will go to character style and give out hearing aid. Now what has happened? My entire the character, the font has taken a default shape. Let me try and do the same thing here. So here I am going to choose the paragraph. Now I am going to apply, say for example, let me apply the paragraph style which we created. So done. So this is a nice way of doing it. Now let us apply a line style and see. For example, let me draw a line, go to the line to and draw a line here, and then let me go to the properties. I have a line. So now what happens is, the style which I have created is listed here. Let me apply that style and see what happens. See, the color has changed, the line looks thicker. So this is actually the tools which really make our life easy and simple when we are working on a large document inside Scribus. So when you design a document, you ensure that you first have a clear cut understanding whether your document is going to be viewed on screen or whether you want it to be printed. So your color and your font and the size of the font, the choice of the background, all depends on the delivery of the material, where, who you're targeting, what sort of material you're generating, how you're going to deliver it, whether you're going to be delivering it on web or whether you want to give it out as a printed document. All these things should be taken into consideration before you start working on it. So now we have created some styles. The styles we created was a unique paragraph style, then we created a unique character style, then we created a unique line style, and we also saw how these styles can be easily applied to any page inside a Scribus document. So this is as far as the style.